honest-to-goodness broadcasting for straight shooters across Arcadia. This is Wireless Free Arcadia. Fellow workers, you know full well that Wireless Free Arcadia always broadcasts in good faith. We're a source of unvarnished truthfulness. These airwaves are a no-humbuggery zone. And so you've no reason to doubt the following business update on the Product Refinement Center, jewel of our Praetor portfolio.
The Oracle Laureate sent ahead to expect someone matching your description. However, he said nothing about admitting questionable allies. Members of Auntie's Choice are not permitted inside Laplace's garden. Your companion will have to wait outside.
Huh. If only one of us could have foreseen this situation.
You should heed the wisdom of your friend.
Yeah, these hues suit my complexion real good.
As likely as I find that theory, we have rules and regulations for a reason. We are at war, you might have noticed. Laureate Beckett did impress the importance of not delaying you. Very well, head on in. But behave yourselves. The garden is something of a fragile ecosystem.
Impressed as I am that worked, I ain't sure about this. Being vastly outnumbered by the enemy ain't a corner I like to be backed into.
Happens all the time. Unfettered trade is a risky business. Now, on to other things. I don't know about you, but I could use something a little more upbeat right about now. Like this.
Shake a tough day that you wanna forget. Wake the next morning, not a trace of regret. When you drink Purple Berry Tequila, make the most of what you earn. Take a ride on that purple worm. When you drink Purple Berry Tequila. When you drink Purple Berry Tequila.
Say, looking for big fruity flavor and plausible deniability for your own whereabouts? Then take a ride on the Purple Bread Worm with Purple Berry Tequila.
Chemically flavored, nutrient-free, with just a dash of ambidextrine.
When you
Oh, that ridiculously catchy number was sponsored by the Department of Invasive Marketing.
Agent,
Just
I have a
try
message
to
for you.
get it out
On
your
behalf
head.
of the Order of the Ascendant and her impermeable wisdom, the presiding bishop, Ruth Bassar, welcome to Laplace's garden. The presiding bishop is presently indisposed, but I've been instructed to direct you to the Artificer Laureate for whatever pressing matter has brought you to the garden. She's working in Belvedere Hall's secondary courtyard. Enter the large building at the top of the mesa ahead and follow the first hall on your right. Oh, yes. The vicar did ask me to direct you to him. How positively forgetful of me. He should be waiting for you in Belvedere Hall's main courtyard at the top of the stairs. The Artificer Laureate is head of the Department of Applied Scientism, overseeing the exemplars, or craftsmen, of our order. Weapons and technology all fall under her purview. Oh no, not at all. The presiding bishop routinely spends time in a sensory deprivation chamber to hone her mental faculties. Of course, she does seem to be logging more hours in the chamber of late. But I'm certain that's all part of the plan. The rest of the Laureate Council is capable of managing affairs while the presiding bishop is occupied. Really, it's no reason for concern. Nothing in the garden is. Look around you. I don't see a battlefield. Do you? What a curiously entropic point of view. All conflict is transient in nature. To dwell on the negativity of a moment is to risk missing the opportunity of what comes next. Those in the garden have enough perspective to remain present and to focus on what matters: science and progress.
Oh, I am known through all Arcadia as the uncomplicated.
It may seem like I'm speaking from a position of luxury and privilege, but it is a privilege the Order hopes to share with all one day. But now, I fear I have kept you long past an ideal duration. May all your problems precede solutions.
Oh, yes.
Ah, it's you! Prime mover of the grand plan.
Indeed, the uncomplicated loner.
Feels real nice in here. Wouldn't mind us dragging our feet so we can enjoy the warmth a little longer.
You can be sure that my raids will never, no, they'll never.
I'm cutting you off there, Charles. That's your third conviction today. People will start to worry. Welcome to the CAF integration point. Will it be caffeine or convictions today? Strength? Good choice. I take mine the same. Here you are. And don't worry yourself over payment. First one's complimentary. I haven't spied you around before. New project appointment? Must be an adjustment, all things considered. Come now, don't tell me you haven't noticed our particular strain of hospitality here in the garden. I can only imagine how odd such an abundance of tranquility and friendliness must seem when contrasted with, well, anywhere else in Arcadia, especially in the middle of a war, and so near active fighting. Almost unfeasible, wouldn't you say? Stay a while, and I think you'll come to understand my meaning. All right, your turn. What questions have you got percolating in that mind of yours? I didn't hear a question. Everyone is simply contented by the good work they're doing to advance the plan. Everything in perfect exactitude, as Vicar Udicott might say. That said, if something more sinister was going on, would that concern you?
Inspiring sponsored content that will boost you to the top rung, plus all the news that's fit for listening. This is Wireless Free Arcadia. Auntie's grand advance across the Arcadia system marches on. Sit back with your favorite...
Well, good thing nothing's amiss then. You know, I'm actually nearing the end of my shift. If you're amenable to continuing our chat somewhere more private, I think we could both benefit. Right this way.
And a promise. Now we must pluck the high-hanging fruit. Protectorate facilities so hush-hush, even their own adult citizens remain in the dark.
Hello, welcome to CAF Integration Point. I'm Junior Caffeine Celebrant Runch, and I'll be happy to assist you today.
Our agents in proprietary inside acquisition...
Oh, she's a real top-of-class type. Smart, but also patient. I struggle sometimes with my advanced courses, but Persephone's been tutoring me after work hours.
Their base would be a trove of military technology well defended. Also earmarked for acquisition, a promising mountain lab dedicated to rift experimentation and...
I'm just glad she doesn't mind teaching the same lesson twice. Anyway, I'd hate to waste any more of your free study period with my idle thoughts. Anything else I can help with?
Judicial Reconfiguration Center. I'll pause while you stifle your yawn. A classic failure of basic branding. No sizzle whatsoever. We'll fix that soon enough when our forces take the lab and our lab coats appropriate...
You must be curious why I asked for such a discreet rendezvous.
The freelance agent who's become such a fixture on these airwaves reportedly...
Allow me to whet your appetite for intrigue a little further, shall I? I have adequate reason to believe the Order is conducting a mass experiment on the population of Laplace's garden. The Order is not cultivating its perfect, plan-abiding society through careful ideological pruning, as the laureates would have you believe. It's simple pharmacology. Put bluntly, they're regulating the emotions of everyone in Laplace's garden through drugs in the water supply.
Now, on to other things. Alrighty then, it's well past time for more merry melodies.
The flavor that lasts and the taste you can't top from that first smooth inhale to the very last. Try bubblegum slims. Try bubblegum slims. But rich tobacco sweet at the
Why would the Order want to create a society of undistractable little academics whose only desire is to advance the plan? I wonder.
Slims. It's the long slim smoke with the bubblegum filter. It's 2 treats in
Moderate your volume, please. No one here is in any immediate peril. Probably. The Order claims the subjects here supposedly consented to participate, but it was begun prior to the schism with the Protectorate, so who's to say? Regardless, if the Order has made some kind of pharmaceutical breakthrough, imagine how useful it might be to certain parties to know about it in advance. I represent a group of information traders who would pay well to get their hands on a sample of this drug. Interested? So you've heard of us. Good. That makes this easier. My primary task has been to watch the Order. But I'm confident my superiors would agree. Physical proof is of far greater value than mere rumor. No. This is about control. Everything is. Most see this as a war of survival. But what everyone's really fighting for is control over the narrative. To be declared victor and have their vision for Arcadia deemed superior. It follows that a drug capable of suppressing discontent could also be used to suppress greater forms of resistance. That's all. All you need to do is enter water reconditioning and collect a sample of the drug. I believe they call it Perspective. This passcode will give you access to the main terminal. Watch the guards patrol before making your way into the facility. If worst comes to worst, I wager Laureate Beckett also has a keycard on him, but that might be tricky to lift. Lately, he's been sitting near the fountains, performing his silly little breathing exercises. If he's not there, then he's likely in conference with the presiding bishop. Whatever you do, be discreet. I can't have any laureates asking questions about me. Understood? It's too diluted by the time it enters circulation. I need the unfiltered drug, which is only accessible to those working in water reconditioning. Outside of work, I have, let's call it an alternative inventory. You'll have to pay, of course, but I'm sure I have something that'll make your job a little easier. And I'd like to offload some of this
Organs, salt tuna skin, nanner peels, and tobacco husks for the perfect combination of crunchy and chewy.
Try it today.
And buy an extra bar to share with a chum.
Fine. Let us proceed.
Now for something a little different, tonally, if not thematically.
I'm looking for a meal that doesn't leave me feeling hollow. Don't want to do no cooking. All I want to do is swallow. Hey, here's a fancy can. Wow, it's a real beauty. Let's see what's inside and get back to our duty.
A second makeup exam will not be off. So I hope you studied this time, Briar.
Shh! If I'm caught talking during this makeup exam, what does it matter? Can't mark the occipital from the parietal with these voided questions. And is there something wrong with the air recyclers? It's getting hard to breathe. Oh, good. Just me then. Can't believe my future in the Order will be decided by an understanding of the vaporescent properties of trinitrotoluenes. I don't even like bitrotoluenes. My vision's gone a bit fuzzy, but the exam's right here on the monitor. Have a look. You asked! I'm already perspiring beyond acceptable odor levels, thank you. I'm sure I'd recover my wits enough to tackle the rest of the test if you can just help me make sense of the first question. Just be discreet, won't you? My vision's gone a bit fuzzy, but the exam's right here on the... I'm sure I'd recover my wits enough to tackle the rest of the test if you can just...
You caught us taking 5 between our 10-hour shifts. You know, working the assembly line makes for a powerful hunger. So, when we need to relight our thrusters, we don't waste time slow roasting some fancy woolly cow fillet mignon. No, sir. We crack open a room temp tin of Forstwurst. That's right. Nothing like an instant, soft serving of farrow pork paste to boost productivity to full burn in those small hours. All right, enough yapping. Time is bits. Back to the factory floor. From snout to tail, it's all included. It ain't the worst till it's extruded. From factory vats into my tummy. Who knew meat-based could taste so yummy? Borstwurst, oh Borstwurst, it's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst, Borstwurst, oh Borstwurst. Grab a can today.
If you need to discharge any sputum, I ask you kindly aim such accretions away from my general direction. Thank you.
For merry melodies and prevailing conditions on the battlefield. Brought to you by Auntie's
No, not asleep. Merely waiting.
An imaginative may rise. Why settle when you can thrive?
I have no idea. Sometime last year, I predetermined an occasion of momentous import would happen today, right here, at these very coordinates.
While the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the...
Oh no. You know what they say about having too many totalizers on the same sum? Nothing gets solved. All the more reason I rely on my own math these days. Less room for error. Leslie Beckett, Oracle Laureate, Seer Supreme, leader of the Department of Predictive Analysis, and not terribly good at informal introductions, evidently.
The marketplace is dynamic, efficient, and well suited to the shifting needs of our populace. After all, that's what unbridled freedom's all about.
Forgive me if I don't shake hands. I prefer to keep my skin microbiome free of exogenetic cells. You understand. But now, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the agent we've been expecting. I knew loitering at this location would yield results. I don't suppose you've stumbled upon any of our excogitation chapels around Cloister by chance? Excogitation chapels are order residencies where one can meditate in solitude on specific theorems relating to the plan. They're scattered all around Cloister. Prior to the war, such focused study led to all manner of breakthroughs, with audio logs routinely kept by the scientician in residence. In these unprecedented times, such logs could harbor hidden wisdom. However, with the war on, I've sadly been unable to get my hands on the last of these recordings. Oh no, I couldn't possibly ask you to endanger yourself by seeking out these logs. Cloister is rather treacherous, and some of the chapels are difficult to reach by design. However, if you happened upon these chapels and recovered these logs, I would most certainly be interested in their contents. By my reckoning, the amount of logs to be collected is 4. You have that? 4. No more, no less. Each chapel should have at least one somewhere inside. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. How do you know about that? I mean, that is quite the allegation. I deny it effusively. First, answer me this. What is your interest in this matter? As much as I relish the idea of entrusting a stranger with sensitive and potentially incendiary information, I shall have to decline further comment. Perhaps if you were to help me out with recovering those logs I asked for, I could be more amenable to sharing knowledge, but let's put a pin in that for now, shall we? If there's nothing else, I would like to return to my deep breathing exercises.
Management. As acknowledged on page 98, subsection K of the ironclad wrongful death waiver that every new hire signs, if there's a workplace death, the deceased did something wrongful. The Praetor plant's trifling risks are worth its substantial rewards, expanding our reach in the lucrative chemicals market, because when Auntie's Choice diversifies, we conquer. Now, on to other things. This is one of my favorites, though admittedly I'm far from discerning.
Purple Berry Crunch is crispy and sweet, perfect for breakfast or an afternoon treat. Straight from the box or eaten with lunch, there's always time for Purple Berry Crunch. Purple Berry Crunch, spelled with a K, because it is far more authentic that way. Purple Berry Crunch is for you and for me, and as always it is parasite free.
Never would have guessed the Order had all this space available, given what we saw at Matriarch's Mercy. Wonder why they're not moving folks in.
And abrasions. Like tenure for a multifactorial disorder.
The scientician surplus. No more than what you need.
Lift access is currently restricted. Keep moving.
At this time, residents of Laplace's garden are not permitted beyond this point.
Purple Berry Crunch is crispy and sweet, perfect for breakfast
Your admittance to the Chamber of Conflict Evaluation and Strategic Planning make...
A visitor? It's for the best that you're talking to me now instead of mid-work. I do seem to have a slight propensity for stabbing randomly with my tools when interrupted, but I suppose that's enough time spinning in the statements column. Speak away.
Walk-in industrial microwave. Originally developed for secretive research laboratories for purposes we may only guess at, the Panpharmacon 5 is now available to you, the unremarkable everyday consumer.
Specifically, a phlogistinated firearm, capable of tunneling through reinforced armor. Broadly, weaponry, research, anything capable of giving our exemplars an edge. Great. I was just thinking, I'd love for a stranger to come along and patronize me so I could blindly hand them experimental order technology.
Ask your doctor if a walk-in industrial microwave is right for you.
What are you... Beckett. Another prediction that he hasn't seen fit to notify me about. A more cynical exemplar might posit his doing this to be intentional. If you're here, I imagine you aim to petition the presiding bishop for her support, which is hardly a surprise. She is the most important individual in Arcadia. Not if I cannot gauge for certain if you can be trusted. I cannot allow just anyone to wander into Ruth's quarters. But there is something you could do to prove yourself worthy. A myriad of cultists have taken over the settlement of Newton, which is a nearby site of historical but not strategic significance. I want them gone. Once there was a bridge stretching from the settlement to the archive, but it was destroyed by a rift. Best keep your distance should you travel there. If the Order could predict the future infallibly, my mentors would be alive. Seers become less accurate the more specific and more distant the prediction. All that aside, you shall need the Order's trust if you wish to see Ruth. This task will allow that. Journey to Newton. Eliminate the cultists to a person. Then we may speak of getting you an audience with Ruth. Newton contains the Six Pillars Chantry, which was one of the first temples founded after Arcadia's colonization. It's over 100 years old. The cultists are likely profaning it. But even if they aren't, I don't want them there. Our loss of Newton is symbolic. If we cannot protect it, how can we protect Arcadia? You're results-oriented. I can understand that. Fine. Expect a tangible reward on top of the Order's goodwill. I'll withhold my appreciation until this task is complete. May you act within the equation's confines.
Asa ought to know about this before we make a move. Otherwise, do me a favor and make sure I'm not in the vicinity when she hears of it.
So grab a pack of deep fried Sprat, they're such a tasty treat. You know when you eat Sprat crisps, you're eating real good meat.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
Amplified across the rings of Elysium, from the boardroom to the bottom rung, this...
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
Amplified across the rings of Elysium, from the boardroom to the bottom rung, this is Wireless Free Arcadia. Official frequency...
It's strange how I ended up here, leading the cult.
If I hadn't started traveling with you, I may have spent my days hunting down the members I thought traitors and never realized it was Dagmar until too late. You may not have noticed, but I have a tendency to be a little impulsive. Reckless, even. Don't worry, I take my new role seriously. The cult needs me. They need my certainty. It was my deep faith that brought me through this trial, and it is my faith that will restore them. And I'm not discounting your part in all this. Like I said, without you, I'd be dead. The cult in ruins.
Need a smoke that distinguishes you.
What do you need, Commander?
Average oaf? Well, look no further.
Such as?
It's the only cigar that's
There's anything worse than my former fellow Who exactly?
Perchance a glance at me with these. They know that I'm a VIP. It's a Wentworth Stout, and it says.
You're listening to Wireless Free Arcadia for music, entertainment, and the latest from the front lines. Sponsored by Auntie's Choice, improving lives through unfettered free trade and unbridled self-betterment. An important update regarding the attack on Outpost Opportunity. The Order of the Ascendants An important An important update regarding the attack on Outpost Opportunity. The Order of the Ascendants' claims have been proven incorrect. They were, in fact, not responsible. Outside agitators were apparently attempting to frame the Order in hopes of rekindling hostilities between us. But we were much too cautious and level-headed this time. Other outside parties, presumably less agitating, reportedly outed these malefactors and brought these matters to an appropriate close. Hope no employees listening shot anyone from the Order while this was being resolved, which you'll recall we explicitly forbade earlier. If you did, and any Order representatives are listening, we can offer our standard regrets and apologies bouquet assortment delivered to the homes of any surviving loved ones. Alternately, we could just leave a dozen or so outside one of our local field offices for you to collect and distribute yourselves. In fact, we'd actually prefer that. Assuming by your silence, that's okay. Lovely, let's do that. Ta.
Indeterminate origin.
Recharge!
Influences confirmed.
Now, on to other things. This one always makes me pretend I have the sun in my eyes.
The following is a special selection from
Commander's almost dead!
The other day, I stumbled into the right wrong lift on the ACS market legend herself. Paragon of do-it-yourself. Slayer of unlucrative bureaucracy.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
On our brave new meritocracy. I saw my opportunity and I took it. I said, Auntie, a moment of your time.
Ready to
tips for a bottom runger who's lost on the climb. See, I tried my best to urge her because
I'm back and scared.
So all full of confidence, I asked her, how do I find success in Auntie's Choice? And this is what she said to me.
The old corporate thinking will only leave you sinking. Listen, child, and take it straight from me. This term, self-betterment, makes you 110% every everything you'd ever hope to be.
She said, be the you that you would be if you were ready.
Fireton. What a massacre. We missed it.
Get up and go get her. Choose betterment or impediment. Improve yourself, enhance the whole. Get that raise, advance your role, and ignore all toll. Monopolize for price control, that's our mind.
Investigating hostile intentions. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
We've got an improved outlook, a revolutionary corporate guidebook, with a fresh new can't-lose surefire sales pitch. Now our underlings are grinning, and upper rungers are winning. So shortly, you and
Sharpen
I
up.
will
Hostiles
all
nearby.
She said,
Can't attack what's not there. No target, Commander. Don't tease me.
liberate society. Sell them on an improved beat. It's time to mount to piety. Choose betterment or impediment. Improve yourself, enhance the whole. Get that raise, advance your role, and ignore all toll. Monopolize for price control, that's our highest goal.
Proceeding. Weapon primed.
Moral grace, make them buy our corporate ways. Convince them and increase your sway. Make them do what we say.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
I started one last question. I said, but I worry about reprisal when dealing with my rival. Suppose I can't outdo or outthink the vast herd.
That's not a good look, Commander.
Resilient.
Kill the bastards. They're playing chess. You're playing chess. They think you'll retreat, but that's incorrect. The game is cutthroat. So
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
She said, do what you can and do what you must to get far ahead, but never get caught. Do what you must and do what you can. Ignore all the rules and never get caught. Never get caught. Never get caught. Never get caught. Oh, never get caught. Never get caught. Oh, never get caught. Never get caught. My corporate seal had been revived.
Welcome, intrepid consumer, to Auntie's Choice territory. The wonders of Winter's Grasp lay ahead, though do ever read the Middle Manager Handbook. Really shows up the foundation of your fundamentals.
Hayes! Hayes, can you hear me?
Hayes, your family is depending on you. You gotta shake off these vapors, man, and clear your head.
Sproutle brand frat, the only lard for your vat. Once you fry in our cold pressed sprat fat.
I've no fair ideas of how to proceed, White. Nothing we do seems to garner the... Yes? Can I, wait. Welcome, potential customer, to the majesty of Auntie's military might. Normally, I would be at your service, but I'm dealing with a situation here. It's really none of your...
Sarge, maybe they can help. The two of us are certainly out of options.
And who'll pay them for the assistance? You? Very well. The issue is our compatriot, Trooper Hayes. He seems to have some kind of break or shock to the head, and he's, well,
Same sucker, bad habit blocker. It tracks every movement like a hunting death stalker. Try a gross habit, it sucks nadgy bits. This flogger's a stopper, you just can't brush off her.
He's that.
Ever since the attack last night, he's been unresponsive and communicating only in jingles. At first, I thought it might be some manner of marketing ploy, but it seems permanent. The artillery bombardment was particularly heavy last night before the assault began, and the rounds shook the ground so badly that our lantern flew off its hook on the wall. Hayes put his hands over his ears, lay feet on the ground, and after the only thing that had come from his mouth were jingles. Old archaic jingles, ones I haven't heard in years. We must rouse him back to sanity. He's their sole earner, and should he be discharged, just the cost of his family's lodgings on the claim is more than enough to bankrupt them. Yes. Well, maybe. They're the kind of sales roles you take when you're young, before you reach an age to become a real earner.
It lets me eat until I'm stuffed down to my feet. What did you say? Absolutely. I have a whole sales sampler full of all the calorie... what is... Was I just trying to sell you something?
You don't remember? He's been wandering around singing nothing but jingles for almost 2 whole days.
Poppycock! I don't even know any jingles by heart.
Well, I'll be damned. I absolutely cannot believe that worked. Thank you for your help, stranger. His whole family would owe you a debt, if they had anything to pay it with.
Sir.
Thank you so much for your help. Thank you so much for your help, stranger. We didn't know what we would do if Hayes was forcibly discharged.
Stamen of a typical Arcadian Titan flower or Colossicus.
Has anyone seen Jack? He was patrolling the caves and stuck. Have a profitable day.
The local atmosphere each pollination cycle. Multiply that by the dozens surrounding most settlements and the many other flowering megaflora native to the colony, and you have a recipe for gunky eye, goop lung, post-nasal flooding, and worse. Unless you've stockpiled Falderall's mollifying demulcent. An easeful release from Arcadian allergens of all kinds. Use Falderall's mollifying demulcent and breathe easy once again. Falderall, the most trusted name in exo-anti-allergenics. Right. Moving on. Now, here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're being hunted by a pack of raptidons or some such.
Sleep tight with sweet dreams. You're gonna be unconscious via any means. You wanna be so sleepy, just grab a pill, it's easy. But we probably ought to tell you there's a side element or two.
Apoplexy. Whooping fist.
Whoa there, go-getter. Say, have you ever considered the benefits of becoming a semi-confidential, unpaid informant for Auntie's Choice? Breathe once for yes. Field Agent Auerbach, proprietary inside acquisition. Our team's presently occupying these premises, but haven't fully brought them to heel, per se. Say, you look like some sort of rogue former member of the Order. Maybe you could tell us what this place is supposed to be.
Me? Part of the Order? Oh, no, dear. I assure you I simply share their love of sweeping cloaks and science-y-looking accessories. I shall update my wardrobe to avoid such confusion.
Would you happen to be familiar with this campus? We're not entirely clear what it was used for. As far as we can tell, Order's been cleared out for some time. If not, I might politely inquire what exactly you're doing here.
One more thing. Insomnia.
That seemingly unimposing edifice over there? Good luck with that. Lost a few peons in there. Place is full of deleterious traps devised by Order ingenuity. Whatever's stored inside must really be something. At some point, we'll work up the nerve to return. Been scouring all the other buildings clean since. A mess of energy-based barriers. A few seem pretty intent on bisecting the odd dawdler, and prove rather good at it. Yeah, well, suppose we'll let you in. You might disable a death trap or two with your bodies, then we can step over your cadavers and maybe use them for a shield. Alternately, if you manage to find anything marketable, probably be game to barter for it later. Assuming you don't die, which in that case, we'll probably just retrieve it off your corpse. Either way,
got some test sprats volunteer.
You look unfortified. Getting enough emulsifiers in your diet?
Oh, a customer. You have needs. I have purloined goods to upsell. Got a good supply of Auntie's Choice finest and some well-built order items scavenged from this very facility.
With 110% more music
Just
and product placement. Never a dull news day around these parts. We got breaking bulletins coming out our posteriors at full burn. Yet recent events with unrealized potential bear repeat reporting. I'm talking about the Order Settlement of Newton, which not long ago got overrun by blood-crazed cultists Glorious Dawn in typically violent fashion. Couldn't have happened to a more uppity clutch of eggheads. Glorious Dawn can't be negotiated with. They worship rifts, while the Order considers rifts hazardous to our existence. Two conflicting philosophies that we can capitalize on. Just need some entrepreneurial risk-takers to help us suss out how, while we analyze the situation from a safe distance. Now, on to other things.
That whole place is one big death trap.
You
want in?
Big
Be my
promotion.
guest.
Keep your chin up. Next time.
You're new. Don't seem like another one of these trade secret vultures either. War means nothing to them, you know. How about you? Know there's a war on, don't you? You here to help me win it? Oh, been out in the field, have you? I like the sound of that. Might be just the go-getter I need. Thing is, our local forces are in something of a bind. A protectorate camp effectively bisected the territory we presently occupy. An intolerable vulnerability. Said camp is situated betwixt here and points to the north. Take it out, reconnect the territories, and walk away somewhat richer. Excellent, excellent. If you're agreeable to other work, I have something light. Simple shakedown, really. Couldn't be easier. A Sub Rosa finagler operates out of the Port Authority building at the landing pad near Winter's Grasp. Sub Rosa works with both sides, understood. But I want to know what she's into with the Protectorate. Let's say I'm curious. What, and leave this place to the likes of them? Someone needs to keep an eye on these trade secret vultures. As such, I need to contract others to advance my concerns. Look forward to hearing what she knows.
They make fun of you. So smoke that
tobacco.
Favorite candy.
It's tobacco.
Our medical experts recommend you buy a bunch and puff right in. Cause it's your candy.
That's tobacco.
Your favorite candy.
That's tobacco.
You want your candy.
It's tobacco.
Delicious candy.
It's tobacco.
Get your candy.
That's tobacco.
You want your candy.
That's tobacco. Candy, tobacco.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's Choice.
Broadcasting only the most profitable news, music, and honest product endorsements, this is Wireless Free Arcadia, the voice of Auntie's Choice. Protectorate propagandists like to denigrate Auntie's Choice brand comestibles while boasting about their own. They say their food products are healthy.
Can't somebody loiter about a protocol without someone casting assuming glances their way? I know a presumptive look when I see it.
Halitosis, increased chance of renal failure. Oh, and get this, chronic myeloproliferative neoplasms.
Is that right?
According to certain sources.
Tough break for their subjects.
Look, you ain't my immediate supervisor, a recognized authority figure, or my dear old ma. I don't need to tell you nothing.
Food that's low in sugar.
What?
Food that's high in sugar.
Convincing.
Oh, well, you'll love this then, as a fellow flim-flam connoisseur.
Same here, friend.
6 or 7 months ago, some Auntie's Choice clock puncher made a shipping error. Sent a few crates of failed grafting materials here to Cloister. You know that grafting program they used to have? Where they'd give some hapless hullhead a big monster arm, torn off one of a bunch of different deadly creatures? These crates arrived full of rejected Crabble-Graft parts. Sat untouched for months till I found them, and I thought, little rebranding, the right angle? Bet I could sell these. I'm getting to that. Yeesh. I met this protectorate officer. Smug as all get out, naive as the day is long. Said she had logistical supply concerns and needed means to feed the personnel guarding the archive. As the plan would have it, I told her I got a shipment of, imitation Crabble meat. You repackage and relabel it, it'll pass for protectorate rations just fine. She agreed. Bought a few crates on the spot, promised to send word when she needed more. I just had to grind up everything first. Remove a few telltale chunks. I can't take full credit or blame. I simply misrepresented misallocated materials for profit. I am merely a humble opportunist. Here's an audio cartridge with all the details. Those troops hear what they've been eating? I don't know what'll happen, but they won't be happy about it. That's for sure. Don't mention it to anyone, especially not those damn snoops at Winter's Grasp.
Crabble doesn't have to be a threat to consume, but eat it before we treat it and you'll end up dead soon. Don't try to make your own Crabble repast. Trust me when I say that it'll be your last. So leave for Crabble
Any news from the field? Any further progress? Learn anything useful?
Broadcasting only the most profitable news, music, and honest product endorsements. This is Wireless Free Arcade.
Ha! A base opportunist after my own heart. Well, she can continue swindling the Protectorate then. Here's a little something for your trouble.
Their subjects' thoughts, to safeguard them from harm, to hide them away from danger. I'm Auntie Cleo, and I won't lie. The universe is filled with things that want to kill you. Luckily, our products, and only our products, can reliably prevent that. So I say, don't cower and hide. Go make something of yourselves. Live a life that's larger, more daring, exhilarating, armed and inoculated against a hostile, peril-filled universe with Auntie's choice. Daredevils rejoice with
I call dibs on looting your corpse.
product line is
Oh, look who finally decided to appear.
Business.
Anais, you're not supposed to be here.
Events prove otherwise, don't they? While you were taking your time arriving, I found a way inside these corporate drones haven't discovered. I've grown rather adept at sneaking in and out of these so-called restricted areas unseen.
Every last bit of my wage, every last bit that I'm paid, every last bit that I save.
Peeked around a little. They've conveniently posted signs where various types of dangerous research materials are stored away.
Leave it to the Order to rigorously catalog everything.
One day, I know you'll be mine.
Burn down initiation is listed on the top floor. They destroy materials through immolation there.
The research will be in reinforced containers, so enlisting the facility's own incineration measures would be prudent.
I saw signs for heretical miscellany, time-wasting contrivances, detrimental cognitive enhancers, and prevaricated hypotheses, in addition to cataclysmic ends.
Anais, stay here. Please.
I expected such to be your attitude, but I'll have you know that
I am not doubting your abilities. Quite the opposite. I need you to guard this entrance. Anyone appears, come running.
Fine. Go. I uncovered a vent in that office. Standard order redundancy measure. Let's out past the barrier over there.
I'll hang back a moment while you depower that fence. Wriggling through vents is a young person's game after all. We'll stay here. You find a way to disable these fences.
How do you like my faction accessories? Do they make me look handsome or too handsome?